welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is The Seven Chambers. The Seven Chambers is a hidden object game with beautiful visuals and an intriguing story. The cosmos turned the fate of the Earth's inhabitants every day. I may be pronouncing this name wrong. Elsiad? Um,
Oh, I had the sound down pretty low.
okay. Um, Elised, whatever.
El
Did not believe.
Said, I think, but I don't. Yeah,
I don't think it's El Said.
or El Said, I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, didn't believe in astrology, but the forces of the planets and constellations entered into her life and many previous lives, regardless of what she thought. After getting hit by a blast in the London riots, she fell into a coma. In this coma's subconscious, she experiences a past life as a Highland warrior, where, after reading a passage of an ancient text from a magic book, and a underworld portal opens. Terrifying clawed beasts, the flying furies, clutch Elysiad and throw her through the first portal of the Seven Chambers. Her only escape is to navigate her way to the seventh chamber in time for the rising of the Phoenix, along the passageways and the chambers for the souls of the dead. Along the way, she will battle with fallen angels, jealous priests, tricky alchemists, and manipulative lost souls. Overcoming the darkness in the chambers opens her heart to a lost soul, but the lost soul has been sentenced to spend eternity in the chambers. What will prevail? Her love for the lost soul or her desire for freedom? Right, so we got the Nintendo Switch version of this game, so over to the Galax for the body.
So yeah, this game plays very similarly to other games that we've had before, like The Man with the Ivory Cane comes immediately to mind,
Right.
and there have been others where you have to like search for a thing on the screen and click on it, or pick up things and put them in your inventory and then apply them to it. Um, it's not a full hidden object game because there are no like full like just searching for particular things in a screen full of junk. It's all more purposeful than that, so it's more like a functionally, mechanically, it's pretty similar to an adventure game, which again, some of the other ones we've done have been like that. But yeah, it's just some of the stuff is really kind of weird. Like right now, what you need to do is you have the medicine that you need, but in order to use it, you have to click on the IV drip or something and then open the hole on the side of the IV drip and then put the medicine in. I played it with the clues on like high. Because frankly, there is a limited amount of time, and if there is a show everything interactable on the screen button, I didn't find it. Um, that would have been helpful. I don't know. There's just the biggest thing that jumped out at me to this is that the story is really kind of out there, and it doesn't give you much of an entree. You start out with the character that you're playing as in a coma, and you're giving her medicine, and it's like, okay, that escalated quickly, and then you're back in not Viking times, but friggin'
Yeah.
Scottish Highlander times.
Yeah. Just assume that they're on the set of the Highlander.
Yeah, they do specifically say it's when Bonnie Prince Charlie was fighting with King whatever. Um, the first one is 3. You're doing it right aside from that. No, you have to push the third button. It's like 3, 2, 4, 1. I did not actually get very far in this because, and some of these games have had the text in this game and some of the, both in the journal and in the dialogue, was a little bit clunky. Like the reason I come back to the Man in the Ivory Cane was actually I found that one kind of engrossing and I was interested to play it. Whereas this one, all of the stuff is just very abrupt. Yeah. See, he's saying her name here. It's Eliside or something. Or Elisade, I don't know. Whatever. And so yeah, this one just, it's very abrupt and I felt like it wasn't necessarily, like, I understand that it's a puzzle game and to some extent you're supposed to be looking for puzzles, but the first several puzzles weren't really, they didn't give you the reason why you want to do the thing aside from it's the only thing you can interact with. You know?
I think I get what you're saying.
Like, it's not unlock the lock because you know you need to get something from inside. It's unlock the lock because the lock is the only thing you can interact with.
Ah. I see. It's more a conveyance than a...
Yeah, it's not telling you what the, you have to solve the puzzles, you need to first figure out what the puzzles are, and it doesn't do a great job of that. And you can see there are actual like puzzles as well as clicking on puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
So if the story sounds interesting to you, it took me a while to figure this out, but the armor is actually, the gauntlet is actually for the friggin' thorns. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty enough. And like, if the story seems interesting to you and you think you could get into that more easily, then that's good for then this game might appeal to you. But for me, I just kind of bounced off it pretty hard. Like, in terms of being able to get engaged. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. And some of it might be mood. I don't know. Because that goes in back. It's a little bit clunky. And as usual, the Switch version has what I apparently is the standard interface for these games, which is entirely on the right Joy-Con, where you click with the right trigger and move the cursor with the right stick, which is functional enough, although it's not my preference.
Yeah.
I would really have liked to be able to click with a face button, as usual. This game is nice that it indicates when an item in your inventory has something that you need to like combine with it, usually. So that's nice as a quality of life thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So I don't have a whole lot to say about this one. I'm sorry. I don't know.
It's fine. There will be more in the future.
Yeah.
Like,
Just,
next one
yeah, the story on this one just didn't really
grab
me at all. And when that's almost all there is, aside from clicking on things that look slightly like they don't match, it gets rough. So what is the damage price-wise?
So that's where things get interesting, because
the voice acting is also interestingly janky. Yes. Again, compared to some of them, like the Man with the Ivory Cane had pretty good voice acting.
I mean, the Switch version of this time of recording is on sale for $199, but factoring in the usual pricing, the Switch version is $999. which is the same price as the big fish version that Petty is displaying here, the one with the really cursed resolution. Like,
yeah, we're trying to figure out why it's that wide, since clearly this resolution is wider than the game wants it to be.
yeah, that's probably something on Big Fish's end, but you know, I don't think anyone here cares enough to really dig in. Anyway, and the Steam version, well, that's clocking in at $12.99 for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna say
this is not really a $12 game unless it's way longer than I think it is, and even then.
yeah. But is it worth $10?
Maybe. I'd probably rather wait for a sale, but
Well, once again, it is on sale for $1.99. So
for that, yeah, obviously, it's if this game appeals to you, that's fine. For 10, I I don't know, and that's partially because of the fact that I kind of bounced off of it appeal wise. Like, if you think you can handle abrupt intros into the story, and think you won't have trouble with that, then it's probably more worth it.
Yeah.
I may try and put in a little more time for this, but I don't know how much I'll have.
I suppose it doesn't really matter since the review is now done.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I should be curious. I don't know.
I guess maybe the next one will fare better.
Maybe.
Right. Anyway, so yeah, that'll about do it for the Severin Chambers here. Be sure to tune in after the break as we review Princess Farmer.